All right, Jed, thanks for joining us here at the FNTV studio, and let's get right down to it. And I wanted to get your thoughts on what is happening with voice revenue and that evolving engagement with the customer.
I think we've seen over time voice has actually kind of fallen the wayside. I think a lot of service providers haven't seen the value in voice. They've been investing heavily in infrastructure, but actually have seen very little gain in terms of actual bottom line revenue. So we're really about kind of how we create a resurgence in voice by really leveraging some of the voice AI applications that are out there and actually providing a framework that actually allows them to really connect into the existing service provider's core.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you've spoken before about that agility gap, right? Where customers they have quickly evolving preferences, requirements, but as an industry we could be a bit slow to evolve and have long planning cycles. So what happens when that gap gets too wide, and how do you see this in practice?
Yeah, I often talk about the agility gap in terms of time, and a lot of service providers' customers are really operating in the moment of now. So they need their services delivered today. And the service provider, whilst is seen as a trusted source, often is saddled with the legacy, but also the regulatory environments that sometimes stunt the ability to move quickly. And that's one of the things our intelligent communication fabric is really about as an architecture to help provide that quick, innovative adoption of services throughout the voice AI layer.
So tell us a little bit about the AI choices that are being made by service providers, and who's leading that, and especially in EMEA and APAC where they're heavily regulated markets.
It's an interesting kind of conversation point right now. I think there's going to be certainly some horizontal AI use cases within the voice arena, but sovereignty is key for my region in EMEA and APAC. Actually providing a sovereign solution, be it air-gapped with services, for example, emergency services, or whether it's actually just regulated services in certain countries. How do we actually provide that as an industry? And I think we're moving towards some of that, moving in from vanilla services to hyper-verticalized solutions that focus on, for example, dentistry apps or solutions that are for plumbers, builders, those sort of people.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jed, so on the point of the intelligent communications fabric, how does that create that opportunity to innovate quicker? And create some service creation opportunities?
Yeah, I think one of the things we're realizing right now is the operators ourselves and the vendors can't actually necessarily come up with the killer app. And what we think about today is going to stick with customers may not be the right application. So the key is, out of those 600-700 voice AI integrated service vendors, which application will work? And I think we'll definitely see the market select those, but it's our kind of challenge to provide that in a cohesive way that can be adopted quickly by the service provider, but also by the end enterprise or consumer.
Well, Jed, thanks so much for dropping by again, and have a great show.
It's been fantastic. Thank you.